from Los Angeles, California, the BTS studios, and I'm going to be joined remotely, coming all the way from beautiful Croatia. It's the beautiful Lacoste. Welcome back, sir.
Thank you.
This is a long
Thank
day.
you.
This is going to be a long
This is
frickin' day. I can't believe it. We were
thanks.
like on schedule. We would be done in like an hour, and we have like a whole nother series to do still. So,
I blame Liquid.
blame Liquid. Yeah, I blame Naga Radiance. I blame Illusion Radiance Heroes. But as we could see, sometimes Illusion Radiance Heroes can pay off for you, as we witnessed in game number 2. OG were able to pull out a nice little win, and suddenly we're in a 3-game situation here, and we're going to have to see what kind of new approach Thunderbirds are going to have to make. And it's like, I don't know, what do you think? Do you think that Thunderbirds had a good game plan in motion for game number 2 and a good draft, and just the game got away from them? Or did OG have the better draft and just had a struggling early start? What do you think?
I felt that Thunderbirds were a bit too cocky. I think they maybe got too overconfident that they got it in a bag, and it's never done until your throne falls, especially when you're playing against Alchemist. Treant Protector really made that game. I mean, plus Alchemist, of course, but some crucial Treant Protector overgrowths and that fast Aghanims.
Yeah. It was a sleeping dragon, a sleeping tree dragon, if you will, at the start. Well, outside of his first blood, of course, but it took a while for him to really start feeling like he was a strong presence into the game, and then suddenly he was a big problem for Thunderbirds and being able to kind of continue to advance the game forward, whether it be taking down the structures that living armor just made so durable, or whether he was able to bring in the extra bit of intel through him running around in the trees or having that Ags later on. So you can see why it's such a valued pickup, and continues to get hit with the ban hammer in these drafts. But not this game again. That means that Thunderbirds are going to be able to snipe it for themselves as their first pick. And OG, they go right into a Bat Rider, and they say, let's get the Alchemist, guys.
They don't care, man. If well, they can. I mean, Thunderbirds can ban those 3 heroes in the first phase, but in the previous game they could have banned it in the second phase. Well, if it works for you, you're just gonna pick it. Like, you don't give a shit.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, it's not the most entertaining Dota, but hello.
Hey, OG play it good. They play it damn well, so you can't really fault them on that. If you're not gonna ban it, what's to stop him from picking it up here? What's to stop Fly, the man? Are you going to stop him? Are you going to run up to him and say, hey, Fly, stop picking like that? No, he'll kill you. Again, we talked about this before. The man is huge. Okay? Kick your ass. Don't tell him you don't like Alchemist, okay? I don't. I see him down for breakfast at one of the events, and I tell him, oh, I love Alchemist. Good pick. But
I love your picks.
But here, just Fly. Next time I see you, I'm going to give you a dirty look, and you're not going to know it. Anyways, despite my hate for Alchemist, we get to have a Meepo, so this is awesome. That is but why? Why now, though? Like, was there any flag coming that would have said to OG, oh, we got to ban Meepo? Like, why do you have to commit to the Meepo here and now? That is crazy and awesome at the same time. Right?
10 seconds.
It is. I mean, Meepo just destroys Alchemist in a lane. If it's a mid matchup, they might still go for what they've done in the previous game, put Alchemist on the safe lane, just secure him that extra farm. I mean, he farms, if he has a free lane, he farms faster than on the mid lane, just goes to the forest later on, gives someone XP on the lane, either mid or on safe lane. But Meepo with Treant Protector, this is pretty interesting. I don't think I've saw it before, because Treant was not in the pool. If you focus Meepo, those extra instances and heal will really... It's going to be really hard to kill a Meepo.
I wonder if this is a secret strat that Thunderbirds have been practicing since Treant Protector was brought into Captain's mode. Could be. I mean, why else the early commitment to Meepo? Have they played it yet, this event? I feel bad. I don't want to put you on the spot, but I'm fairly certain this is the Meepo debut. I could be wrong. Again, don't hate me. There's way too much Dota happening at once right now, but that's what you get with the Swiss format. But here it is now, and they got to get it for something special. I don't know. It's just it's exciting, and I'm nervous at the same time.
Yeah, this is my first Meepo game as well. Can't see everything, but okay, let's check the bans. Instant ban for Winter Wyvern. That's like penicillin for Meepo.
Yes, it
just
is.
insta kills him with his ultimate. You can't really do anything about it. Maybe just try to cast E-Blade at some point, or have like a grave. You need some kind of save hero, disruption, astral, whatever.
Radiant team ban.
Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't think about the fact that it would be nice to pick up the Meepo, pre-banning stage, so you can at least get out 2 good bans that would normally counter Meepo. Whereas if OG just casually picked up a Wyvern as a support pickup in their
10
lineup, it
seconds
could have
remaining.
deterred the Meepo pick altogether. I could be overthinking this, but whatever the case may be, OG have already banned out the Slark here, and now we go back the way of ThunderBirds if they're
Reserve
to
time.
ban out more potential problems for the Meepo or something else. We'll have to see.
Yeah, Slark banned. Slark kind of a hero that does so well with Treant Protector. He can overextend at one point and just be safe.
turn to pick.
And it's a resolution hero.
That's true.
Pretty classic.
Yeah, the oh god, why is it slipping my mind? The Slark Ultimate, together with the Living Armor, is pretty damn ridiculous too. Yeah, so
10 seconds remaining.
I can see its
Check.
potency there.
Imagine Slark with the Aghanim Scepter. He
Radiant
hides
team pick.
those who are close to him and have the ultimate effect of Slark.
Yeah.
And imagine doing that with Meepo. I
Huh.
don't know if it works with all Meepos. Probably yes.
All I
So
ever
imagine
hear,
like a black cloud
10
attacking you.
seconds remaining.
yeah, all I ever hear though is that Ags just sucks. Like you have to be so close to Meepo, or not Meepo, so
OG's
close to the
turn to
Slark
pick.
to even, really get it working here. But oh, look at these fun and funky fresh pickups that we got here closing out our second phase of picks. OG go right into the Elder Titan, looking to hit ThunderBirds where it hurts in the armor
10
department,
seconds remaining.
while ThunderBirds segue into a Life Stealer pickup, which
5
I
seconds
believe
remaining.
after watching the great Nahaz in his video, I took the time to study the old man.
Reserve time.
And I believe Life Stealer has a pretty terrible win record, this Kiev Major.
Life Stealer.
Yeah.
Do you know the percentage?
Terrible?
Yeah, around.
Terrible
Not terrible,
percent?
it's-
Well,
it's
I don't know
below
now. Whatever it
40%.
is now, it's probably different. I don't know if Life Stealer has been picked up since then. It's a good chance. There's been like, tons of other games since then.
I saw
So-
VP winning with it. I saw IG winning with Life Stealer. Let's talk about the Elder Titan. Hello, Jarex.
Hello.
Astral Spirit works against all Meepos, but usually you don't max it. I mean, it looks good on the
Radiant
paper,
team
but
pick.
in the later stages of the game, like you just cast it and get an insane amount of damage. But
Yeah.
Elder Titan is not that kind of a hero that's gonna be close, like dealing damage, Shadow Blade, stuff like that. But it gives him extra move speed, and yeah, it's good against him.
10 seconds
Yeah, they
remaining.
still need a vehicle for Life Stealer.
5 seconds
They have a
remaining.
couple pickups to be able to do so, though. That shouldn't be too much of a problem. Now, what do you think about this Lena pickup here?
Reserve
Because it's not what it's not. I don't know. It's not a fly. Is it a fly Lena? Because
No,
or
it's
they
gonna
move.
be mid laner.
So that means Alex
Alchemist
going to go to a
safe
safe
lane
lane.
again.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh yeah, he was
They
just in
need-
the safe lane the last game. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they picked Lena. They need some extra burst for that Meepo. They don't have anything, and it works miracles with Echo Stomp, Light Strike. You can position yourself really good. There it is.
This lad.
Here,
OG's
fishy.
turn
The
to
the
ban.
vehicle himself suddenly shows up, and we're back into more of what we witnessed at DAC in the comfort meta there, the Life Stealer Slardar duo. And
10
I wanted to
seconds
say for
remaining.
Lena in the case, what did you think about the matchup of her and Meepo in
5
the mid lane?
seconds remaining.
Pretty even matchup in my book. If Lena gets
Reserve
too
time.
cocky, she can actually die to Meepo, especially with Treant
Radiant
Protector on the
team
side.
ban.
Treant Protector usually don't get those early instances in living armor
Yeah.
levels. Yeah, he just tries to go for Nature's Guise, Boots, Orb of Venom, so he gets that extra move speed. And If he gets a
10
hand on
seconds
Lena, it's gonna be
remaining.
some easy kills.
Thunderbirds are almost going
5
into a
seconds
5
remaining.
melee lineup, though. I guess, I don't know if that's a bad thing or not. We've seen it happen a couple of times. We saw
Reserve
even at
time.
TI6, MVP were just known for running 5-man melee lineups. And,
Yeah, five-man melee lineup against Elder Titan is pretty shit. So
yeah, that's tough. You don't want to be getting caught in easy stomp setups and then you're forced to take fights within that natty aura. It's kind of ridiculous. But Sven will get the
Radiant
banhammer coming
team
after
pick.
OG removing the Omni Knight, which would have completed our 5-man melee trifecta. But we'll see what Thunderbirds opt for instead here. The support grab, I would imagine. Misery probably opting to take the Treon Protector. This is seeming like the
10
Saksa
seconds
pick.
remaining.
And, I mean, you could just stick with the tried and true Rubik, I
5
guess.
seconds remaining.
But, I don't know. What would you like to see here?
maybe a
Reserve
Skyrat
time.
Mage, just some extra burst with the bomb, and some more control. It's good with overgrowth. I mean,
10
you can pick
seconds remaining.
pretty much like 5 heroes. I'll just check.
Okay, they
Oh,
get finally
Venged.
one
Turn
little
to
piece of range here in the Vengeful Spirit, another
Oh.
Saksa classic.
Okay, I didn't think about it. I mean, they needed a kind of a save hero against Bat Rider, so that breaks the lasso.
I like their
And-
lineup. It's really nice.
10 seconds.
Lots
a lot
of ways.
minus armor.
Yeah, lots of minus armor, lots of physical burst to be able to work
5
with. A
seconds
great
remaining.
accelerated farmer in Meepo, one that can actually contest, or if not out-farm, the mighty
Reserve
alchemist
time.
here, and great defensive saves in the
10
Treon Protector's
seconds
living armor
remaining.
and the swap capabilities from the Vengeful Spirit. I gotta say, I like this Thunderbirds
5
lineup a lot.
seconds remaining.
Oh, this is good pickup. by-
Timbersaw against Treon Protector. I would imagine that the Timbersaw is a better hero.
Oh,
John
pure
Madden.
damage for that. I mean, Meepo in general has a higher base magic reduction. Other heroes have 25. Meepo has 35.
Yeah, you
So-
can shred him up. Does require a lot of momentum.
Yeah, but look at this game. If it goes like past minute 50, 60, with all those Aghanim upgrades from Alchemist, this looks so much better than in the game 2.
10
Are you
seconds remaining.
also leading the way of Thunderbirds on this one?
With
5
lineup, yeah, I'll go with
seconds
Thunderbirds. If they manage to do well in the early stages and just play it safe, they have good Roche potential, good tower hits, good base defense. Not so good base defense, but they have Treant Protector. I think they can just snowball in this game if the early game goes into their favor.
Yeah, that would seem like a possible outcome here, but OG have what has been working for them for quite a while now and has secured them a couple of tournament wins in other majors. S4 Classic Bat Rider and the always favored Radiance Illusion tactics of the Mighty Alchemist. So OG, you know, while it feels like on paper they might not have a better matchup, we'll have to see if maybe they're just going to be able to make it work as they did in the previous game. So let's get into it now. Game number 3. And this is to kind of seed out these
Prepare
teams
for
into their playoff positions here. We only have one more heat after this. And if I'm not mistaken, we will be casting Liquid versus Faceless.
Something.
Faceless,
Yes.
yeah. Liquid versus Faceless. Should be a good time to close out the remaining bits of this Swiss group stage. What did you think about the Swiss group stage so far?
We talked a little bit about it yesterday. I love it. I didn't know much about Swiss format until like 2 months ago, but so far I like it. The only bad thing about it, from the viewing point for the viewers, you can't watch much games because it's stacked up. There's a lot of games going on, but as a turn, there's no
30
perfect
seconds to battle.
format, but this seems to be the best one that I've seen.
Yeah, it just depends. Everyone's going to want something different out of their tournament event. Some people like to see every team play against every other team. And you can't get that with this kind of a format. Some people want to be able to watch every game comfortably. You can't get that with this format. But if you're looking for some of the most fair seeding you could ask for, and if you're going into a single elimination playoff on a tournament this big, I think you kind of want to lean towards the side of having a very fair seeding process. So I definitely feel like this is something that fits the major system pretty well. I'm curious to see what they kind of do with TI, but yeah, it's turned out pretty good so far. Just lots of games and a very crazy hour for me personally is all. But Misery already being a bit of a headache in this early game. They had to commit a sentry just to see if they can kind of catch him for maybe some possible first blood, and it is giving him some extra pot shots here, but this is just what Tree is, you know, trying to do.
Yeah, no, we didn't talk about the lanes because of that last Timbersaw pick. Everything changed, so it's a support Lina. Ana is playing Alchemist on mid against Meepo, which is going to be in favor for Meepo, of course. On the bottom lane, we have Venge and Nyx against Batrider. Batrider's going to have pretty decent time with Windlace. Once he gets boots up, it's going to be pretty easy if they try to go on him. He bought a TP, and he can just TP out to a shrine.
And no tail on the Timbersaw. I have not seen that in a while. Do you remember the last time you've seen a no-tail Timbersaw?
Nope.
Okay. Well, obviously very good against the likes of some of these Thunderbird members, including the Misery Tree. And not afraid to bully back the Slardar. Obviously the Timbersaw not really afraid to bully back any sort of melee in the lane matchup. But I'm curious to see how much of Jarex is going to be kind of floating around this matchup or not. You know, or if Fly's going to be one to be taking most of the pull greed here. The support situation is going to be very intriguing to me on OG side.
Oh, Rasmus.
Uh-oh.
He's level 2.
Okay, they connect with the crush here. Fly tries to walk on out. Jarex gets a beautiful stomp, and it allows him to take down that fresh level 2 Misery Tree. And it is OG shoving T-Birds off their back, and now a potential fight for the 2-minute rune. It is going to be Jarex who does pick it up. Moon is going to have to take all those shots and kind of waddle himself back into the lane.
Misery was just standing right on the fog and just saw Lina, but didn't see where Titan was standing. So at the moment he tried to make a go, Jarex showed up. So pretty bad timing for him.
Yeah, they have put themselves in this kind of position where they are trying to get a lot out of this somewhat of an aggro lane here with Misery floating around, but they don't seem to be adding any sort of extra pressure to OG. No Tail is still kind of coasting his way forward.
Double man shrine. All right, Anna just passes by, like says, okay,
hold on a second.
Jarex.
Let me get this spray out. Yeah, now let's hit the showers.
Nice.
Very nice.
Oh, do you sing during the shower?
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Do you sing when you shower?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
you do?
Oh, yeah.
Do you think sings during the shower?
Hey, I probably not. No.
He looks like he does.
No, he probably masturbates in the shower. Isn't that something he likes? Anyways, back to the Kiev Major here. We have Saksa rotating through this bottom lane. And we have S4 potentially getting flanked. He's going to be forced to go into his Fireflight, but gets welcomed by the Magic Missile. But that's all the fault they're going to have here. And suddenly, Saksa is about to hit 4 stacks. Is S4 going to pursue this? He pops the salve, and he is going for it. That's 5 stacks, and that is a dead Saksa. But S4 now could be in a bit of trouble. Resolution moves in with the open wounds, but Jarex is here and will be the bodyguard.
What a play by S4. I mean, he's known for his Batrider play. They dive too deep, and that's when it backfires to you.
Very nice stuff there from Jarex to always show up at a time in need already in this game. We're seeing Weepo begin to evolve little by little here, still holding, of course, the highest and last hits and net worth like you do with your Meepo.
Oh. They want to go to a shrine, at least seems so, or he just wants to switch to jungle right now and give some space to Misery, because they had to abandon top lane. There's really nothing they can do about it, Slardar and Treant anymore, because of that bad start.
And now where do they go is the thing. I guess it looks like they're going to be leaving Moon Meander just to the lane here. He doesn't have, oh, he does have at least a Quelling Blade, but I don't know, not a full Iron Talon if you wanted to jungle there. Misery will actually take residence in the mid lane to farm, and Weehaw just simply steps out at this point to move through the jungle. I don't know if he
Yeah,
had
so
to kind of sacrifice the lane earlier than he'd like, but, you know, I guess the support's got to farm somewhere.
yeah, well, now even Alk abandoned the lane, so it's Lina against Streamed Protector on mid. Like, they can't kill each other, so just gonna get some XP.
Yeah. Stared about, and now Ana is going to be obviously matching up in all the farm that Weehaw is going to be trying to go for here. Obviously, differences being No-Tail bullies his lane without question. S4 is, you know, finding his way. 12-1 CS for him. Resolution's really not finding him as too much of trouble. Soxa feeling a bit frisky here. Not looking to go deep to plant any sort of ward. Maybe looking for a setup, but whatever the case may be, has opted to find some other business. And
this game is not gonna have much kills. I mean, whoa.
Oh, Jarex, poor guy. He was finding a lot of good timing for himself before, but this time trying to move in to go for the sentry. They may still be able to get the obs. Yes, they will. One more, buddy. Get up there. Get the finish. All right, there you go. Finishes his plate. We'll be able to take it down. But they do lose Jarex for it.
Yeah, S4. Infused Raindrop, Tranquil Boots will just go straight to Blink Dagger right after that. We'll have lane on bottom and we'll just continue farming forest. Oh, Weepo.
Yeah, he's in trouble. Is able to get the poof to his nearby Meepo, but S4 does sidestep the Earthbind. He's on chase. Can he get the finish in time? No! Misery gets the connection, the brief stun. I don't know if it would have been enough regardless, but we will live. Very close encounter there. S4 playing extra aggressive. You don't really suspect the surprise mid lane approach of a Batrider, I guess, at that time.
Yeah, some deep wards in the forest from Elder Titan. They want to have kill potential once that Lina gets level 6 and Batrider as well. They want to have an eye on Meepo.
Yeah, nearby Jarex is kind of watching over. They have the pings out now, and company is coming. S4 begins to head over in that direction. Between the two of them, they may be able to get something going here. Wee is just farming. It doesn't seem to be knowing this is happening, and they'll make their move. Already going for the flight. Jarex has a beautiful setup with the stomp. They flame break him back. One more right click could do it. Can they get the finish? They can't do it. The living armor comes out, but they finally get it done. They have to really commit hard for it. Oh, nice little TP out, though. And OG might not have any casualties. Oh, S4, though, eats some shots from this tower. Oh, he's trying to make it away. No, he ends up going down that tower. Seeks revenge and will get it. No-Tail, as he steps in, will welcome a crush and then be able to back away. The takedown of Meepo, though, certainly worth it, though, for OG at the end of the day.
Yeah, when you kill a Meepo, it's not like you killed just another mid hero because he benefits so much, farms like twice as fast as any other hero. So
invisibility.
Meepo right back on the move, though. Gets to his mid lane. And Jarex, who has been a serious problem for ThunderBirds in this game, whether it be planting down these deep wards or finding those kind of setups here. Nearby, Batrider, lasso pullback onto Soxa. And as he begins to fly through and from above, Jarex will help out by sending in the Spirit, and they will be able to get the clinch. Soxa goes down, and OG begins to pull ahead now 4-2. But T-Birds already on the prowl for their own setup. They hit a smoke and begin to head their way. Look at this, S4 heads right their direction, and the trap is sprung, but S4 doubles back and is able to avoid the crush. Ooh, quick, nice, knee-jerk reaction there. I mean, if he was not watching his hero at that moment, that would have just been a quick kill.
yeah, he was picking his nose or something.
Yeah, picking his nose.
You're
like
playing a major, man.
Yeah, don't pick your nose. This is major time. And S4 says, don't worry, I'm not. Avoids trouble, but Misery is still watching over S4 a little bit, but that kill opportunity is now gone. And, you know, you see Moon kind of head back into the lane and continue his quest for that Blink Dagger, which feels oh so far away.
Yeah, first the Dragonlance completed on Veepo. Gonna get Blink Dagger after that. It's gonna come really fast if he doesn't die. Slardar, why Slardar fell off? It's because they nerfed Sprint. I mean, he's not Usain Bolt anymore. It only lasts 12 seconds, cooldown 17. so you can't be all over the place.
Even there, he didn't have it up and ready to be able to sprint in and go for a setup. And once they tried to make their move, a TP was forced, and they had to change their mind. Nearby, look at this, S4. Kind of being a bit of a nuisance here. Spots out Wee and heads out the other direction. And towards mid lane right now, Ping and Wee. He has a lasso good to go, but the only one nearby is going to be Fly. Fly, though, level 7 on his Lina. He has Laguna ready to go. One lasso onto one Meepo, and that could be a quick and easy pick.
Yeah, Lina was farming mid for the past, like, what, 4 or 5 minutes, got his mana boots up, and Alke, meanwhile, in the forest, got enough gold to buy Sacred Relic. Let's talk about wards. Look at those deep wards from Jarex. I mean, Jarex was all over the place. He was in all 4 kills. He placed those 2 deep wards on the high ground and even blocked those 2 camps in the forest, but now they dewarded it, so Meepo couldn't get that much farm.
Yeah, very annoying for sure. It's just the Jarex way. And Wee works with all the other camps in the meantime until those are dewarded. Still patience here from No-Tail in the top lane. Look at his pickup here. Timbersaw with a medallion. I don't think I've personally seen that very often.
No-Tail is that kind of a player that sometimes it works magic, sometimes it's so stupid. This game is going to be really good because of the Nyx bomb and all that minus armor. I mean, he usually dies in few hits if once like you go in with the Slardar sprint. So, I mean, Slardar, Blink Dagger, Nyx bomb with Slardar ult. This way he can't really die because he has that extra
rush.
7 armor.
A rush for S4. He flame breaks Moon back and will avoid the crush altogether. Nice quick reaction once again from him. Rotation comes out from No-Tail, and they're looking to go for a possible counterplay here. They've spotted Saksa. Resolution runs back, but he's eating the bulk of the damage here from No-Tail. And it looks like they're not going to go any further here. Meanwhile, mid lane, possible jump on the Fly, but Fly is able to kind of avoid that one too. Man, you can feel the thirst coming out from ThunderBirds now. You know, Moon would love to be able to get these kind of ganks and push the pacing on being able to pick up that Blink Dagger faster, but they're not getting those opportunities. OG is not making it easy. Meanwhile, though, as I say that, No-Tail could be in a bit of trouble in the bottom lane as he gets hit with the amp damage. He now is in a world of hurt. One more crush should help him get the finish, and there it is. Stepping in his S4, but it comes a bit too late, and I have jinxed him.
Yeah, see how much he can tank with that extra medallion. Meanwhile, Radiance is finished on Alchemist, 12-minute Radiance, plus Armlet. Is just gonna keep farming.
Back to the grind of the Alchemist game. More space created, if you will, that he didn't have to get involved with. But yep, as mentioned, the golden sword that we all know and love is now in the hands of the guy we all know and love too. And we'll see how much they're going to be able to get from it or space they can create around it right now. Moon has returned now up towards the top lane, hand in hand with Misery. Jarex is there. Jarex is amped up, and they'll just dish out the root. But that is where they will spot out on a nearby. Wee tries to make an assault move, but OG unleashes the counterplay now and looks to make chase. It's going to be No-Tail looking to move in for Wee. But on the other side, S4, as you can see, gets the lasso pullback, looking to go for the finish, and a prized one at that. It's Resolution going down on his Lifestealer, and they're going to want more. Popping out the dust. The chase is on for Saksa here. They bump him back, and slowly but surely, they'll finish him off. OG take another winning fight.
Wow, they decided to go for Alk. They thought they have enough damage, but the good flame break from Batrider just spread them all over the place.
Your armor melts away.
Slardar needs his Blink Dagger.
Yeah,
700 gold away.
Tough.
For
it's tough. Okay. Hi, how you farming over there? Fly just insta-deletes Moon. And he makes it away. Wow. So I heard you're going for a Blink Dagger.
Yeah, after first net, he can't stun him anymore. I mean, stop the TP.
That was crazy. No respect coming out, and, well, I don't think OG, I don't know, I guess OG kind of revealing a bit of their deep vision. Whatever the case may be, Fly at the right place at the right time. And that will stunt the growth even further here of the Thunderbirds, while still allowing both No Tail and on the other side to continue to their path of glory.
Oh, gem picked up by tree and protector.
Yeah, I just noticed that
same
too.
as the last game. They want to get rid of the vision.
Yeah, that it is feeling a bit out of control here for OG, as they have just kind of determined every pick and fight, even here and now. Saksa barely holding on, does manage to get some help from the living armor and pops his own wand to get him back up to half of his health. Back to the tower grind they go. OG a little weak in the tower takedown department until this guy shows up, the big one. Ana stepping in now to kind of assist there, but now a fight kind of breaking out here. Saksa nearby, spotted once again. OG consider going for him, but they've also spotted Misery, and they'll blast him down. The gem, the precious gem is there still, and no one's going to get it. Okay, well, gem back there. The chase is on still. Prize picks are certainly more worth it, as they are going to get connection with the stomp. Saksa, double LSA connection. Moon also goes down. It's a killing spree for Fly.
OG really playing well this time. Good rune really by S4. That was Invis rune. He just had the vision on them. Who picked up the gem?
They got it back. The courier managed to fly in there and pick it up.
Oh, nice. It's Roche time. Can they do it? Yes, they can. It's gonna go down really fast.
Thunderbirds is, could try to head that direction the second they're privy to what's going on with the back of the smoke, but it is already going to be done for. Moon is going to be spotted as he TP'd in probably through the shrine. Now going to be forced to head all the way back into the high ground, but he goes down. Wee steps in, tries to get off some poof damage here, and it does some work onto Ana, but they just begin to blast it home. With the power of No Tail stepping in, it does a wealth of damage. And it is Weehaw going to get obliterated. Now Saksa to the high ground. He's like, I'll just frickin' drop a ward, I guess. It's all I got left. It will be my tombstone, though. As he
Again,
also
gem
goes
is
down.
dropped, and the courier is going to pick it up for the second time.
At least we have that.
They lack damage. I mean, they can't really fight into that small space against Elder Titan. He didn't even use ulti there. I think he was out of mana, maybe, didn't see. Or was it cooldown? Okay, Batrider has his Blink Dagger now, so it's gonna be a lot easier to initiate. Slardar, on the other hand, still lacks 600 gold.
Oh yeah, it was worth mentioning that Saksa was taken out by the neutral creep. Oh my god, neutral creep in that recent trade. It ended up going down. So at least they got one little thing to take away for themselves, but it is without question, as you can see on the net worth graph here, a OG kind of a game. 10k net worth about to be taken by them. Resolution crosses paths with Ana here as we begins to think about stepping in with the Earthbind. Thunderbirds quickly step off just as OG show up to play. They are quick to coordinate and go for any sort of counter engagement to Thunderbirds.
Yeah, they're just leaving the tier 1 tower top and probably gonna go further for the top tier 2 tower because Slardar just TP'd bottom. They know he wants to farm that Blink Dagger, so they can just continue on top.
Takes them a while to get these towers though. It's the power of the tree and the fact that they don't have the best building hitters. So they're just going to have to slowly but surely be able to bring it down while Resolution just splits everything he can out elsewhere. But you know, you're looking at a game where this Alchemist is really in a league of his own, and I'm curious to see if in future matchups when you're going against OG, if people are really going to just fall to banning Naga and Alchemist as the 1-2.
Instead of the Terrorblade?
Yeah.
I think so too. Like, usually they are like saving that Alch for the second pick phase, but now they see they can pick it in the first phase and just win.
Yeah, I think their ideas on trying to put heavy favor into stuff like that Magnus and Monkey King that we saw at DAC, they don't, you know, maybe the code has been cracked based on the win rate we're seeing on Monkey King. It seems to be that way. So when they don't have to worry about stuff like that, they just put more favor possibly into getting these heroes that they know work with their players and with their team synergy. And that happens to be a lot of these, you know, Illusion Radiance heroes. So AKA, we could be seeing a lot more of this.
Double damage!
Yeah. Well, Treant Protector. I mean, the hero is either banned or picked, but he still has below 50% win ratio this tournament. I mean, right now, what's Treant doing? Like, if he's just scouting, and that's pretty much it. Yeah. Okay, healing towers, providing vision. I mean, it's good for a team fight, for saving people, but I'm not sure it's a first pick material.
Yeah, right now it is definitely the hot pickup, the recent addition to Captain's Mode, and what comes along with that. You know, it's part of the thing where a lot of teams don't have a lot of experience going against Treant Protector. A lot of teams don't have experience even playing it, but that can be played against you, or it can work in your favor here. Almost get an approach onto Fly, but they will decide to pull away, because once again, any chance that Thunderbirds have tried to make a gank happen or go for a pick, OG are just so fast to respond. They know they can win any fight that's in front of them. The problem is getting hold of the fight. Thunderbirds are quick to make it out.
Now, Vipo, he's building a Aghanim Scepter. We didn't see Aghanim Scepter for a really long time on Meepo.
Yeah, because what do we normally see? We see normally a lot of build-ups into Dragon Lances, and then maybe an Ags later on, maybe an E-Blade or something.
Yeah, it's usually one Dragon Lance into Blink, or just 2 Dragon Lances into Blink into Hex, E-Blades after for stats.
Well, he might be able to get it finished here, but possibly not before they lose all of their outer towers. Another one goes down here as OG will claim an extra bit of gold in their purse and step off from there. Steady as she goes here. We already know the game plan really that OG are going to be going for. I mean, it's their game to kind of dictate. More traditional items need to come online for them. It's like your Force Staff here for your S4's Bat Rider. And, excuse me, it looks like it's going to be Jarek's also going to be going for a Force Staff. You know,
yeah, it's double Force Staff against Slaughter and Nikes.
All those melee heroes going to be kited.
Yeah, plus they don't need to worry about Aghanim Scepter upgrades, which are pretty normal for Timbersaw, and for others not so much. But once they get those up, if the game prolongs, it's going to be really easy to fight with for OGO. And
on one side, they make a good pop onto S4 and quickly take him out. On the other side, they've spotted out Ana, and they're going to be able to trap him down, hit him with the Earthbite, hit him with the poofs, and they're going to get him. Okay, Thunderbirds now suddenly just spike on up and get some new life going as they get a huge pick. That Alchemist will hand over a good chunk of change. 2,200 gold going to be going the way of the Thunderbirds on that one. Who got the last hit on him, too? It was Weeha, of all people. One of the best things you could ask for here.
Yeah, this were crucial to pick-offs for Thunderbirds. Good timing and good reading, because they don't have a vision on that side of the map.
They got a ward over here down now.
Show me where.
Wait, are you talking about Thunderbirds?
Yes.
This ward?
Oh, that ward. All right. That's just on the bottom. Yeah.
Just
oh, they have one near the shrine. I'm blind.
Just a tiny little guy. It's not a lot though, just to kind of see where their mid lane is going to be rotating through, which it is providing a fair amount of info right now. OG just kind of huddling up together while they wait for their Alchemist to make their return. Thunderbirds can kind of take this opportunity to expand their wings a bit and farm up elsewhere here. Allowing Saksa to get to his level 2 on Nether Swap would be a nice little treat for them. And Resolution has a AC now slated up.
Far away from it, but you need to stay positive. Like queue up one more item, like Basher or Lincoln Sphere.
Yeah, journey ahead of him here, but for now, him and Weeha are kind of making it work. Weeha to go for a sheep stick next, putting more favor into possibly kiting or locking down and taking the Alchemist out of the equation.
I already mentioned that it's not gonna be like a lot of kills in the game because it's the third game of the series. It's pretty much always like that. People don't like to risk anything, so they're just taking it slow. Both teams expect they can take it to a late game, so the next fight's gonna probably come at Roche, which is pretty soon, a few minutes, 2 minutes.
Yeah, we will get it in actually just about 30 seconds time or so. So not too bad of a timer here. OG, though, just kind of hanging all the way towards the bottom, probably scouting out to see if Thunderbirds are waiting in the wings nearby. They don't have any vision in the Thunderbirds jungle, so maybe we're hoping for a possible opportunity to bait out Ana first. But once they see nothing's going on there, attention is starting to be put towards that Roche pit you mentioned before. And it looks like we already have the Thunderbirds in a pretty decent position over by their shrine. But, of course, as you can see, OG have the benefit of the Elder Titan with that spirit to scout things out.
Yeah, Solar Crest is finished on No Tail. He's going for the ultra defensive build. Good against the Nikes, some extra armor evasion against Meepos and Nikes, of course.
So, a bit of a change up here. OG pop a smoke, head one direction, then change their mind to go another right on through this mid lane. If they do continue to head up, they could end up possibly crossing paths here. Ooh, they get a ward down, but looks like Wee has already stepped away. Up a bit further, though, is Misery. OG get 2 deep wards down. Doesn't look like they're going to scout anyone, but look at this. S4 heads indoors to go for Saksa Moon. Makes chase, hits off his own crush, and suddenly No Tail is entrapped inside. Saksa's going to be able to pull him in. No Tail goes down and hands over a 3-kill streak, and suddenly just abort here for OG. I don't know if it was a swap or something, but No Tail was suddenly just way deep inside the base.
What is that guy doing in enemy base? I mean, there was no swap. Swap is not on cooldown. He just lost some charges.
Maybe he missed Timber Chain, or Timber Chain to the high ground and was in there. I actually didn't see the beginning of that, but whatever the case may be, just a little too far.
I'm looking at the Elder Titan's talent tree. I mean, this is one of the shittiest talent trees that I've seen. Like, what is this? It makes no sense how hero is played.
Let me see here. The old Elder Titan. Yeah, respawn time early, strength, health and echo stomp, attack speed, magic resist, and yeah, nothing to get super excited about.
Yes.
But no, we'll see. Maybe in the future the Frog will give him a little bit of love in here. Thunderbirds, though. Roche of the utmost importance here. OG make their move. Jump in, they get the lasso pullback. It's going to be on the resolution. Can they burst him down with the Laguna power? They can. He's done for. Nice jumping crush from Moon, but it comes too late to save their fallen resolution core. They are also going to be taking a Saksa support with it, and now that is going to allow OG to get an easy, clean finish onto this Roche.
There was not enough range for Venge to swap it. It could have been a different fight. At least it would last longer, but another good smoke from OG. Now they're gonna give Aegis to probably an Alchemist so they can siege the base because they don't have anything to hit towers with. I mean, look at their heroes. This is gonna be a big problem in the late game, especially against Treant. They can't really chop it slowly. Lina doesn't do damage to tower, nor does Elder Titan. Timbersaw, Batrider. This is gonna be a really huge problem for them.
Well, they gotta do what they can here. Moving on through this mid lane. Weehaw doing his work through the bottom, trying to split out the pressure. He will probably TP his way back, so OG can't cut him off. And it looks like he'll head top. So Weehaw just kind of taking that position for his team now, splitting out the lanes and trying to stall things out for his team here a bit. Because as you mentioned, OG are going to have a hell of a time trying to close things out inside the base. It might have to come after some sort of misplay from Thunderbirds or a pick off outside. Outside of that, it could be a little bit of a struggle. Sieging Alk with an Aegis is cool, but we'll have to see exactly how effective it's going to be. But in the meantime, it looks like a tier 2 could be theirs in the final outer tower.
Yeah, it seems like they want to try to trade the tier 2 towers, but OG is going to have enough time to defend or just try to go for tier 3 instead.
Alright, they get that in pretty good time.
They have three 4 staffs ready on OG. It's gonna be really big and easy to kite around with.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
It may
attack.
get a bit loopy with all the
Dire's
jumping
top
around
tower
here,
is
but
under
we'll
attack.
see if they're going to be able to utilize them to
Dire's
get a
top
good
tower
save
has
on
fallen.
Ana if necessary. He begins to go to work on a tier 3. So when Resolution steps in and tries to slow him, but immediate pounce comes out from S4, going on the one target that he can go safely on, and that's going to be the Vengeful Spirit. Now going to be taken out of the game for nearly 40 seconds. While that happens, up and above, Meepo moving in is going to be taken down as Fly finishes him off with the Laguna Blade.
Yeah, he almost took the tower down, 100 HP left, he's pinging it out. Well, still a decent trade. They're gonna heal their tower, and he can continue doing that.
Nice little casual push in, but when you compare the damage, it's looking a lot nicer here for ThunderBirds. So OG now have to begin to consider all their ducks in a row before they can kind of hit the high ground harder. Still have that
again,
Aegis. No.
43 seconds. Meepo has buyback, so they want to at least force a buyback on the bottom. But I don't think it's going to be enough. Tower is going to heal pretty soon. They need to be more careful with that swap. Just need to stand a little bit further from Batrider.
Yeah, let's see if look how far away Sox is trying to stay here. Ana
Radiant's bottom tower
could end up
is under
stunning
attack.
himself. Nope, does manage to get it off onto Resolution and gets back to work onto this tier 3. OG and company staying very far back. Same can
They
be
don't
said.
want this tower to fall. If it doesn't fall,
Yeah,
this is going to be really
this is
good
going to be a
for
huge
ThunderBirds.
holdup
Yeah.
for OG if they can't get this finished. Moon steps in, goes for the crush. Resolution tries to chunk some damage onto Ana. He could need some help here.
Radiant's bottom
Tier 3 ends
tower
up dropping.
has fallen.
Ana will end up stunning
Radiant's
himself.
bottom barracks are
Do
under
OG
attack.
continue this, or do they decide to pull off? Weehaw makes his move. He gets an instant takedown onto Jerix. The Elder Titan's going to be gone. No Tail jumps on back and has to re-engage as Ana is going toe-to-toe with Weehaw, but will get bursted down. He's going to be forced to buy back at this point, but they've already hog-tied up Resolution, and he is out of this one for a minute without a buyback. Buyback's going to be forced out between both Wee and Soxa here. Weehaw waiting up and above to hopefully get a big strike, but Ana begins his work onto the racks. Now a jump from behind. Almost able to get the burst onto S4, but no! He ends up losing his own life. It's a dieback here. And that's going to be game. It's over just like that. OG have done it. Started this series off down 0-1, and they pull it back in games 2 and 3. The game 2 comeback was an impressive comeback in itself, but now they take the whole series. Very good stuff from OG.
Yeah, good play by Ana. He's just tanked up with that Alchemist. They didn't have much to kill the tower with, but somehow they managed to do it. And still, Aegis on ThunderBirds didn't have enough burst damage to take him down. And this Elder Titan pick, that's just genius.
Yeah, something we see just few and far between from teams like OG, but when it's a niche pick and it works, it certainly does work. Again, it's just like, it's obvious that ThunderBirds, they were in for this Meepo plan, but you can't help but question, it's like, maybe they could have gotten away with pulling it out later in the draft, but whatever it is, they had the mindset that they wanted to commit for it early, and that's only going to allow more options for OG to possibly counter it, and that's when you see stuff like this 5th pick Timbersaw come out from No Tail. He crushed his lane and proved to be a serious problem for the likes of Weehaw. So that's going to close things out for this heat, and we're going to be moving into our final heat and moving into Liquid versus Faceless. But Lacoste, before we cut to a break, do you have any closing thoughts on this series?
Well, OG doing what they do best. Seems like other teams don't learn from other teams playing against OG. So I guess right now someone will ban that Alchemist. I mean, the hero, it's just the playstyle that suits them. If you can't play it yourself, just ban it. I mean, I don't think the Terrorblade is that much of a problem. Terrorblade has high win on Kiev, but still, I think this Alchemist is must ban against OG.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see if OG are going to be in a position where their opponents are going to be banning Naga and Alchemist as their 1-2. or if they feel like they're going to have an answer for OG's ridiculous Illusion Radiance game. But it's not just about that. Fly also showing his captain's drafting game by pulling out also these fun little counters towards the Meepo. ThunderBirds, it's going to be a hard loss to take. With this means that they are put into like the middle of the seeding, if I'm not mistaken, sporting now a 2-2 record. Man, I hope I get this right. I'm also trying to update my weight screen here at the same time. Yeah, they came into this series 2-1. Oh no, I'm looking at the old Digital Chaos. Oh, my bad. They are ThunderBirds now. Yeah, same thing. They came into this series what looks like 2-1, and they'll be walking away now in the middle seed as 2-2. For OG though,
yes.
they get to move up and be 3-1. So that's good for them. And yeah, so what we'll do now, we'll cut to a break. When we come back, guys, our next series on this channel is going to be Team Liquid, who I believe are currently standing at 1-2, going against Faceless, also 1-2. So we will see you soon for that matchup. I'm Dakota. Catch me on my Twitter at Dakota Cox, and catch this handsome gentleman, Lacoste, at